The Humane Society of Sedona is located on Shelby Drive in Sedona. Open daily from 10 to 4, they offer adoptable dogs, cats, and rabbits too. This Humane Society will host up to 1,000 animals a year. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Humane Society of Sedona online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
So this is our character, Sadie. Sadie is a 10-year-old Airedale mix that came to us for the second time in January of this year. She was our dog and was adopted about 6 years ago, and the woman had to go to Europe and couldn't place all of her dogs, and so Sadie came back to us. But she's a favorite of the shelter of all the volunteers. She loves people. She loves her treats. She plays like she's a young pup. And she would be great in a household with older children. She just gives a lot of affection. She's very, very sweet. And she is an easy walk if you have her on a harness, even though she's a big girl. She would not be good with cats or chickens because she was in a foster situation that had cats and chickens and a low fence, and she can jump fences. So you have to be careful with her it would have to be a tall fence because she can get over them because she's so big. But she really, if you spend a lot of time with her, when she's in the courtyard with us, she runs around and plays. She was with another dog in her kennel, so she could get along with other dogs. But she really is just looking for a home where she could give you a lot of attention because she is just a love. She loves her humans, and she loves to give you kisses. And she just loves to run around and play. So she would be a very energetic dog for somebody to have, even though she is 10 years old. And she's just looking for a forever home so that she can replace what she lost. So please come and check her out because she is one of our favorites here, right? Yes, you are. Call her our little chunky monkey. She is a very, very sweet Staffy Terrier mix that has a beautiful blue eye and a brown eye. She came to us in September as a stray, and she is just, I can't say enough about her. She's a wonderful, wonderful girl. She's great on her walk. She's one of the few dogs we can walk just on a collar. She doesn't need a harness. She actually doesn't like a harness. She'd prefer to just be on a collar. And when you get her up in our play yard, she is the most playful thing. She'll roll on her back and she'll do la cucaracha. She'll rub around on her back. She'll toss toys up in the air. She loves to play with toys, and she loves people. She loves to be petted, so she would be a great family dog to have. She would be okay, I think, with kids. Cats are probably not a good idea, and dogs probably need to be introduced. She's pretty particular about what dogs she likes, so she might be best as an only dog, but she just loves people, and she would be an entertainment unto herself in a home. She could lose a few pounds because she does like her food and her treats, but if you got her in a home, I think that she would be really nice to play with and to give you a lot of love and attention, and she would return it with all of her might. So please come and look at her because she is just such a sweetheart, and she really does deserve a forever home, and we're hoping she gets one soon. So this is our little Cookie. Her name is Cookie. She's a 1-year-old female pug mix that came to us at the beginning of July. and she's a very, very sweet girl. She's got high energy, though. We call her our flying monkey because she likes to run around the courtyard a lot, and she really loves people. She likes the social interaction. She was surrendered because of separation anxiety. The people that had her had to leave for long periods of time, and it didn't work well with her. She needs to have company. So she'd be really good in a mature household with people that are around her a lot. If she was left alone a lot, I think that would not be good for her. She would be good with older kids. She'd be good, I think, with cats. She's very playful and is very sweet, and I think she's kind of smart. She doesn't miss too much. She's very alert on her walks. She likes to, she's easy to walk on a harness, but she likes to examine everything on her walk. She doesn't miss anything. So she's got lots of personality, lots of interest, I think lots of smarts, and she would make a really lovely dog for somebody that wants a young, energetic, pretty girl in their home.
This is Vito. He's a 3-year-old Rottweiler Shepherd mix. He's a very, very sweet boy, playful, and he likes to go on walks. He's easy to walk on the leash. He gets along with other dogs, although with all the dogs here, we do recommend that we have an introduction with another dog. He'd be suitable for pretty much any home and any sort of activity. He came from a very, very loving home, and he was surrendered because the owners had to move, and that was very sad for them and him. But he doesn't seem to have be suffering at all from the loss of his previous family, and he's moved on and he's ready for a new one. Good boy. Yeah. You are a very good boy, aren't you?
So this is Kovu. Kovu is one of our high energy dogs. He's only about a year old, a little bit over a year, we think. He was a stray, and he is a male Staffordshire Terrier mix. He has a high energy level. He loves to chase balls. We take him up to our park and we fling balls to the back of the park, and he runs and gets them and comes back and drops them at your feet so you can do it again. And you could do it 50 times and he wouldn't be tired. So he's got a lot of energy, a lot of fun to play with. He also loves our kiddie pool. He loves to jump in the kiddie pool and lie down and roll around in it. So he's got a lot of fun energy with him. He'd be best as an only dog because he really doesn't like other dogs too much. So he'd probably be an only child. And he is, he's trying to get away right now. And he would not probably be good with cats. Older kids would be fine, especially those who would like to toss balls for him, because he would love that. And he really has a loving nature. I mean, once he calms down, he likes to give you a lot of kisses. But he's not been in this room before, so he's very curious. He wants to see what's behind everything. So he's checking everything out. But if you really want to, and if you had a fenced-in yard, that would be good too, because he really could use a lot of tossing. He'd not be a dog for a dog park. But he really is a sweet boy. He just needs somebody who wants to give him a lot of attention and play with him all day long, and he'll give you a lot of love back. So we're hoping you come check him out.
This is Peja. He is a 3-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier, very handsome. He came from a home that didn't have a good fenced yard, and he does need to run around. He needs some exercise. He's a loving boy. He bonds quickly, and he is very good on the leash. and he's a very good walker, and actually he's pretty calm. He's just not really into other dogs and probably wouldn't be great around cats or small children, but he's a people dog. So if you want a dog that's handsome and you want to take him out walking, he's the dog for you. He's got a very nice nature. Hey, mister. He's very intelligent, I think. He's a good boy.
And this lovely girl is our Abby. Abby is a 2.5-year-old hound mix. She obviously has a lot of other things in her, though. She's got a gorgeous coat. She may have some shepherd in her as well, but she's got this gorgeous mascara-looking face. She has a very, very painted face, and she's just a very, very sweet, sweet girl. She's about 2.5. She came to us at the end of June, and she is just a very friendly and playful dog. I mean, she would be a great family dog. She would love to play with kids. She really behaves well on her walk. She's easy to walk on a harness, and she also loves to run around and play in the courtyard. So she's got good energy, but she can be very calm as well. And she seems to get along with other dogs. So I think she'd be fine in a multiple dog household. Cats would need to be tested, but she's just a very, very sweet girl who just wants to go to a home that would give her lots of love and attention. And she would make an excellent athletic dog. She probably should have a fenced yard because she really does like to run around. That would be the perfect situation for her. But once she got into a home, I think she would calm down and she would just be a lovely, lovely girl, wouldn't you? Yes, you would. This is our drop-dead gorgeous Redmond. Redmond is a 4-year-old Staffordshire Terrier mix, and he's got this very intimidating face, but he's actually the sweetest boy on the planet. He's been obviously loved by somebody because he really does love people. He's very potty trained. He doesn't go in his kennel, so he's one of the first dogs that we take for a walk. And once you get him out on his walk, he behaves. He is very strong. He's got a lot of muscle. He's like 100% muscle. So he needs an owner who really can handle him. If he sees something like a rabbit or something, he might pull, so you'd have to be able to hold on to him. But he's not difficult to walk. We have one of our women walks him every day, and he goes along very nicely with her. He would be good with, I think, older kids because he really does have a playful streak. Cats are probably not a good idea. He has a lot of energy and a lot of stamina, so it would be good to have maybe a yard where you could run around and play with him. He'd be great on hikes because he does have a lot of strength in him. And he would just be a really good dog, I think, in a home to play with and just probably lounge around on a couch. Once he got into a house, he'd love to do that. He behaves really well in his kennel. So he'd be a great dog to come and check out. He's got a gorgeous red color. And so we really love him. He's a very, very sweet, sweet boy. One of our new arrivals, and he's been named Ringo by his owner, who had to surrender him, unfortunately, because he didn't have the time for him. Ringo is a 4-year-old male Staffordshire Terrier mix who is a very, very sweet boy. He is great on his walk. He loves to be walked, and he loves to be with people. He would be okay with children because he's very, very attentive. And he seems to get along with a lot of the dogs in the shelter. He hasn't shown any aggression with any of the dogs. As is normal with staffies, cats are probably not a good idea. But dogs potentially could be his buddy, and definitely kids. He'd be a good hiking dog because he does have a lot of energy, being only 4 years old. One of the issues that he does have that you'd have to address, though, is he has some separation anxiety. So if he's alone for long periods of time, that would probably not be a good idea. But he would be great to be in a family and run around with some kids and play, because he is very, very playful and very, very sweet. And he could be walked, by, older children, because he is a very, very easy walk. When you get him out of his kennel, he loves to go. So we're hoping that you come and check him out, because he only came to us in July, so he's very new to us. But since he's been here, he has been just a perfect resident. So he'd really prefer to be in a home if you come check him out. Thanks. Have you paw? Give me paw? Nope, paw. You need a paw? You're not going to get paw. Okay. Oh, we're going to sit down. We're going to roll over. Get your belly rubbed. Yes, Mr. Sweetheart? What a good boy. What a good boy. Sit. Look who we have here. Here we have Sugar and Puppy, two sisters that were given to us back in April, surrendered, not for any behavioral issues, just the owner couldn't keep them any longer. And they are 4 years old. Sugar is 4 years old, and Puppy is 2 years old. And they're very, very bonded with each other. They're shy dogs. They love attention. They love to be held, as you can see. They love food, as you can also see, given the bellies on both of them. And they're really, really interesting, because you take them out, even with their weight and everything, they love to go on walks. And they walk so nicely together. You can almost put them on a tandem leash and walk them together, because they just walk right next to each other as fast as their little legs could carry them. And they're very, very cute. And once you bond with them, they would be very, very affectionate. Puppy, when they first came in, they were super, super shy. Puppy has really kind of come out of her fear. Sugar is a little bit more fearful, but she's very sweet, and she likes to give kisses, as you can see. So they would be great in a household with probably without children, because a lot of excitement would not be good for them. But an older couple or a family that has a very calm home, they would be super in. So we're really hoping that you would, as you can see, they're Chihuahuas, they're Chihuahua mixes. They would be really loving in a home that gave them a lot of love and attention and had a quiet environment. And we're hoping they'll go together, because they are so bonded with each other. But they really are lovely. They walk, sometimes there's 4 dogs in the kennel, all 4 of them walk together, and they walk perfectly fine with their other 2 kennel mates. So they're very, very well behaved, and we're hoping that you come and check them out. So here we have one of our newest arrivals. She's just absolutely gorgeous. Her name is Daisy. She came to us on August 9th. She was surrendered, and she is a golden retriever mix that's about 6 years old, female. She's very, very sweet. She was very shy when she first came out, but now she's gotten to know us, and she's just fine, and she's very calm. She's very, very easy to walk. She just trots right next to you. And she likes to come out in the courtyard and get petted a lot. We just introduced her today to one of our other dogs, a male dog by the name of Dobbs. And at first they looked at each other, and then they did the play bow, and now they're in the kennel together. So she gets along with other dogs. She's just very, very loving. And she's lived in a home where she has been inside and outside. She was allowed up on the furniture in her previous home, and she gets along with cats and with other dogs. So she would be a really, really sweet girl. She's tiny. She's medium sized. She's not a normal size of a golden retriever. She's a little bit less than that. And she just is a very, very loving, calm, beautiful girl who's just looking for a forever home. So we're hoping that you would come and check her out. So here we have two of the most beautiful dogs you'll ever come to know. Their names are Gordon and Gambit, and they are 2 years old. They're heeler mixes that just recently came to us at the end of July. They were found and kept in a home for a few days, and the person that found them said that they settled right in. They got along with their dogs, their cats, the adults that were in the home. So they are very, very sweet, sweet boys. And they just love each other. They're very attached to each other. And they're very affectionate. They love people. They love to have hands on them. They love to be petted. If you know anything about heelers, they're also known as cattle dogs, heeler mixes. They're very smart, and they're very loyal, and they're very, very protective of their family. They love their family. And when we walk them, they're very easy to walk on harnesses. They walk close together. They don't want to leave each other's side. And then when they're in the courtyard, they'll play around. But more than that, they want to be with the people. They want to jump up on the bench and be with us and give us kisses and get attention. So they would be loving, loving dogs in any home. Older children might be better for them than younger children. But as I said, they seem to get along with other dogs and cats. So that would be a perfect situation that they could come into. So please come check them out, because they're just one of the most beautiful pair that we've ever had at the shelter. Anything else?
I'd like to add that Gambit here, the little red boy, is shyer than Gordon. But once Gambit gets to know you, he's absolutely just fabulous. You just want to shake him off. And I think it goes without saying that we really would like these two guys to be adopted together, as they are just a very devoted little twosome.
And they're small size, and they really calm down. You know, you can see they're not hyper at all. They just love to be with people, so they would be great in a home. Come check them out.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Ready or not, here I come.
Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
This is Yuri. She's nearly 6 months, and she's a dilute tortoiseshell. She was diagnosed with feline leukemia, but this was a false diagnosis. She has since been retested, and in fact, she's FIV negative, so she doesn't have feline leukemia. And all the cats in the shelter have also been tested, and they're all clear of feline leukemia. This is something that we're now doing in order for people who are adopting kitties to know that their kitties are very, very healthy. She's a real sweet cat, and she likes laps, she likes to play, and she is a little bit shy at first, but she very, very quickly warms up. She would suit probably any sort of home, just one without very, very young children. And she can play with other cats. She's not a great lover of other cats, but with careful introduction, I'm sure that she would soon blend into any sort of household with animals. This is Big Boy. He is an orange and white tabby. He's 5 years old and he really is very large, but he is incredibly handsome. A real sweetheart, a real handsome boy. He came in with another cat called Missy, and they are the best of friends. So they were surrendered together, and if at all possible, it'd be nice for them to go home together, but it's not essential. She's a little bit shy. He's a little bit more outgoing, and I think he would adapt to pretty much any home. He's just a little bit nervous at first, so it will just take some time to get him relaxed, but then when he is, I'm sure he will rule the household. This is Skippy. She's only been with us 10 days, but she's a very sweet gal, but a little bit shy. She's a tabby with little white paws, very pretty little thing. A little bit timid, but she comes out of her shell fairly quickly. The sort of home that would suit her would be one that is fairly quiet, maybe with older kids, but she has certainly lived with cats, so other cats in the home would be good for her. And she is 8 years old, so she probably has got lots of experience in life. And she's looking for her forever home. This is Willa. She is an Abyssinian mixed grey kitty, very beautiful. She's very, very athletic. She's 1 year, 6 months old, and the kind of home that would suit her is probably one that she'll be the only kitty, because she has this kind of very, very proud personality, which is very typical of Abyssinians, and they don't really mix generally with other cats very well. She is, however, a very sweet and beautiful kitty, and she is playful. She loves to play, and she would make a great home for a family, probably with older children, but probably no other animals in the house. And she is a pay-it-forward kitty, so all her fees are covered and prepaid, and the potential adopter, all they have to do is come in and fill out an application form, and we will discuss the adoption with them and then decide whether they are okay to adopt her. So we'll do the matching process. But she is a very, very sweet kitty, and she comes with all her vaccinations and microchip, as everything was already done. So yeah, come and take Willa home. She's such a great kitty. This is Molly. She is a senior kitty. She's black and white and she's very friendly. She's available at the senior adoption rate of $30. She enjoys laps and she came in with 2 other kitties who are a similar age, possibly siblings. She's the most confident of the 3 and she would probably suit any household except very young children or loud barking dogs, because she looks like she would like a very quiet life. She's a gentle, quiet girl who just likes to be cuddled. This is Sheba. She's a 1-year-old short-haired black kitty, very, very silky, and she came to us as a stray. She is a little bit shy at first, but then she warms up. She possibly would get along with children, older children, probably not younger children because she's a little bit shy, and probably not other kitties again because she's a little bit shy. But other than that, she'd make a great, great pet. She's very sweet. She had a little bit of an issue with her fur when she first came to us, but we changed her diet and her fur grew back. So she seems to be absolutely fine. She's a good girl. Yes, you're very alert, aren't you? Very alert. Yes, you are.
Well, here we have one of the most unusual cats you will ever meet. This is Trixie Woo. Has a very special name for a very special cat. She not only is black, which is so special, we love our black cats, they're very affectionate, but she is a polydactyl, meaning she has an extra toe, and she's a Manx, meaning she has no tail. So she's got no tail and an extra thumb. And she is just the sweetest little thing. She just loves attention. She loves to be petted, so she would be a great lap cat. And she's also very playful. She does love to play. And her coat is kind of on the short side. She's not a really long-haired cat. But she is a cat that probably needs to be an only child because she's so special. She doesn't want to share a household. So you might need to have her just by yourself. But she would give you so much love and attention. She's purring like crazy. You can't hear her now, but she's loving to be petted and purred. So she would love to sit on your lap and get lots of attention. And when she walks, she does look funny because she doesn't have a tail, which is just fine. Then she says, I could just give you my wave in the hand, and I could just give you my hands up look, and I'm just a lovely, you can do anything with her because she just loves to be manhandled or woman-handled. So Trixie Woo would be the perfect girl for a quiet home because I think she would like to live in a place that wasn't very exciting because she is very mellow and she's very loving. So hopefully you come check her out because she is a gorgeous girl.
This is Bugs. She is a semi-long-haired black and white kitty, almost a tuxedo. She's very pretty, very gentle, confident and friendly. She has got this kind of fluffy coat, so she could probably have a little bit of a brush now and again. Not always essential, but you just need to watch out for mats. Some cats mat, some cats' fur doesn't mat. Hers is not that long, so it probably would be okay. She would suit any sort of home. I think she'd be a cat that would relax and get adapted fairly quickly. And a home with other cats would be fine. We don't know anything about her reaction to dogs. But yeah, she would probably be okay with younger kids and certainly with older children. And she's only been with us 6 days, so she's a new arrival. Hello.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Humane Society of Sedona.
When you're out there, there's no telling what you'll find.
I see it, I see it! Oh, look at you.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org.
Maybe he's really focused.
Hey, Michael. Michael. Maybe he likes spinning the wheels.
Maybe he just loves trucks.
Maybe he's just being a boy.
Preoccupation with objects is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
This is Mickey. He's kind of called a tabby, but I think she's got to have some Bengal in her because she's got the most incredible markings. I've only ever seen that on another Bengal that came in. She's a little bit smaller than the average Bengal, so maybe she's a Bengal mix. But she is really quite stunning. She's got those beautiful deep green eyes, and she has got a fabulous resume. She's lived with adults, children, dogs, and cats, other kitties. So she's going to get along in any sort of household. She's 4 years old, and I believe once she's settled in with a little bit of patience, she'll make a wonderful family pet. Hello, my darling. You're a good girl. This is Tillman. He loves to be petted, and he's a very sweet boy. He's only 1 year old, so he's actually quite big. He hasn't long left his kitten stage, so he's probably very playful. He's black, and it's likely that he gets along well with other kitties. He came in as a stray, so we're not exactly sure of his background, but I think he'd be pretty adaptable to any sort of background, any sort of household, simply because he's just so very young. And he's a little bit frightened at first, but he warms up very quickly. He's actually quite relaxed now. And when he does meow, oh boy, he has got a very, very big voice. Aren't you? Yeah. Oh, and he's purring now. He's a very contented little boy, aren't you? Fancy that. Gone from wailing to purring in just a few minutes. This is Tariq. He is a grey and white kitty. He's about 3 years old, we think, and he's a very, very gentle boy, very sweet-natured. And he was found as a stray, and he's now looking for that forever home. Because of his gentle nature, he would probably suit any sort of home. With dogs, you'd have to do introductions carefully, and also don't leave the cats and the dogs unsupervised, cat and dogs unsupervised. But yeah, other than that, he, I think, would suit any sort of home, particularly with children, because he's a little bit older, or just somebody on their own, maybe like just have him sit in their lap. He seems very, very friendly. He's obviously been well loved. He's come from a good home, I think. He's a good boy. Aren't you? You don't mind sitting on laps at all, do you? No. You really don't. This is Midnight. He's a 3-year-old black male kitty. He came to us as a stray, but because of his size, he's clearly been very, very well fed. He's only been with us a short time. I think he's had very loving owners in the past, whoever they were. And I think he would make a superb family pet, probably with older children, possibly younger. He seems very mellow. He might want to be the only cat because he's a large male, and any introductions to dogs would have to be done very carefully. So these large males don't always like other animals. They can be very good with kids though, and he's going to make a very loving cat for some family.
After the break, we'll visit with the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
The Adopt for Life Center for Animals is located on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood, open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 3. They offer many adoptable dogs and cats. Volunteers are always needed in local rescues and animal shelters. Ask to speak with the volunteer coordinator. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals online or in person for more information about adopting a new pet.
Okay, this beautiful brindle guy is called Joe. Joe Boxer. And Joe's been with us for just a few weeks now. He was found as a stray. He was wandering around by Arby's. He must have stopped in for something, didn't realize they were going to be closed. But anyway, he's just a wonderful guy. He's very, very gentle and loving. He's easy to walk, and he actually likes dogs and cats. I'm told, I haven't experienced that personally, but that's what I'm told, is he likes dogs and cats. He's a very, very gentle guy, and easygoing temperament to him, very, very alert. They say he's about 2 years old. I think that's probably pushing it. He might be a little bit younger than that, but certainly no more than 2 years old. And he's just a fantastic animal. There's not a thing wrong with him whatsoever that I could even mention to you to be aware of. So the only thing I'd be aware of is a lot of kisses, because he likes to give kisses. And that's Joe. Okay, this beautiful guy is Coffee. Coffee is a 3-year-old Newfoundland mix, I say. He's not exactly a full bred, I don't believe, but he's got all the characteristics of a Newfoundland. He's calm, gentle, loving, just loves to have people around him giving him attention. When he walks on his leash, he just walks right alongside of you. As big as he is, he doesn't pull at all. It's one of the easiest walks you can ever have. He just really enjoys being out and being with humans and having people lavish attention on him. He was found as a stray here in Cottonwood. He was wandering around by Family Fair, and he's been with us for just about a month now. And he's just an excellent, excellent dog, make a perfect family animal. The one thing that you need to be aware of, though, is that he has a very long coat, and he is double coated, which means he has an undercoat, and he will mat if you don't take care of him. So he's going to require a lot of brushing and a lot of care to keep him looking as beautiful as he can look. When he's all clean and groomed, his coat just absolutely glistens in the sun. And he is just a wonderful, wonderful animal. And that's Coffee. Hey, this beautiful guy is Bob. Bob is a loving, playful Staffordshire Terrier mixed dog, full of energy, full of love and big old wet kisses, brown and white. High energy dog, though. If you're going to think about taking Bob, you better be a hiker that can take him for walks or have a big yard. He's pretty good on walks, actually, until if he sees a squirrel, then that's a whole different story. But as far as just walking, he does real good. Likes to be out there. I would suggest that if you're going to consider him, that he'd be the only pet in a home. And again, lots of activity, lots of energy. You better like wet kisses like this, yeah, because he loves to give those. And all around good dog. It's just that, you know, you're going to need to be high energy to keep up with his high energy.
This is Jerry. He's a little terrier, tough little dude. He's strong. Got some Chihuahua in him, but I would say that would be his primary heritage. He is a calm guy. He likes other dogs. He's traveling with his friend Ben, and he gets along with other dogs. We haven't tested him with cats or children yet, but it seems like if you have that situation, we could try it out. As you can see from his face, he got his face mixed in with somewhere it shouldn't have been, but he's healed very well, and now he's doing real well. He's a neutered male, about 2 years old, strong little man, and if you want a small to medium size family dog, this is your guy. This is Jerry.
Bisbee is a heeler shepherd mix, guessing about 2 years old, maybe younger. Has a lot of puppy left in him. And he is just an absolute love boat. He's easy to walk, he loves people, he gets along with other animals. There's just absolutely nothing about this guy that isn't perfect. He won't be around long, so if you're interested in him, you better act quickly. I just can't say enough about him. He's just, I can say enough about him, but one other thing, he's a little bit timid at first, so you're going to have to be, you know, gentle as you kind of approach him the first time, but as you can see, he warms up very, very quickly. He likes to give kisses, likes to cuddle. He's a real cuddler. He'll climb up on your lap and ride in close to your body. Yeah, he is. He's just a real cutie. Anyway, that's Bisbee. This guy here is named Partly, which is kind of an unusual name, but he's a surrender, and that's the name he had when he came in, so we're going to keep it for him. And they called him Partly because he's got one brown eye and one blue eye, so he's partly brown and partly blue, and that's his story. He's an older dog. He's about 8 or 9 years old, but the good thing about him is he is housebroken, he likes dogs, he likes cats, he likes kids, he just likes just about everybody. Partly was surrendered because he loves attention, lots and lots of attention. And if he doesn't get attention, he gets anxious. And when he gets anxious, he likes to roam. So that's how he ended up here. So you're going to need a fenced yard if you're going to have him, and it's going to have to be a good-sized fence, because otherwise, if you're not giving him enough attention, he'll be back here again looking for another home probably. But he's a wonderful dog. He's an easy walk, very even temperament, just an all-around great guy. The people hated to give him up, but they just couldn't handle him anymore, and so he came to us, and that's Partly.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
Verde Veterinary Hospital in Cottonwood is your full-service companion animal hospital and has achieved AAHA accreditation, reflecting total commitment to provide quality veterinary care throughout the life of your pet. Verde Vet provides comprehensive medical, surgical, and dental care and offers 24-hour emergency service and house calls. Heartworm testing, feline viral testing, and nail testing, all available without an appointment. Verde Veterinary Hospital.
This is Penny, a 1-year-old female spayed. She was turned in as a stray. She's very friendly and obviously quite curious. She makes a nice lap cat and she loves to play. She gets along well with other cats and she would make a great addition to anybody's home. Again, Penny, a 1-year-old female spayed looking for her home. This is Vanilla, 2-year-old dilute female spayed tabby. She likes other cats. She would do fine with children. She can be quite playful, and then other times she's happy, content to sit and let you groom her. She is always curious, of course. Yes. And again, this is Vanilla, a female spayed 2-year-old dilute tabby. This is Christopher. He's a 2-year-old neutered male tabby. He's very friendly. He can be quite vocal when he chooses to. He would love to have a large home to roam around in because he spends quite a bit of his time roaming around our cat room on his own. He came to us as an abandoned cat, and he's been living here ever since, waiting for his perfect home. Again, this is Christopher, a neutered male tabby. This is Gypsy, 6-month-old, neutered, Siamese, flame point, loves to play, loves other cats, would make a great addition to your home. When he gets tired, he will cuddle with you. So again, Gypsy, 6-month-old, male, Siamese, flame point. Very playful, very, very affectionate, and of course, highly curious. This is Jet, 3 or 4-month-old male, neutered. A Cottonwood resident found him under the bushes in their home and brought him here so that he could find his forever home. As you can tell, he's a very playful guy. He loves to play. He also likes to snuggle for a kitten, which is not typical. Again, Jet, a 3-4-month-old male, neutered black cat. It would make a great addition to your home.
After the break, we'll visit with more adoptable dogs and cats from the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.
Know what?
What?
Since I got adopted, I've learned a lot about these humans.
I know. I mean, check out these two. It's Flirt City over here.
Yeah, I noticed that. It looks like my human is definitely into your human.
Oh, look! I think she's getting his number.
Nice.
Your human's got some sweet moves.
Takes after his dog. Oh, look, they're doing that thing where they put their arms around each other.
She kicked up a leg. It's like in the movies.
That's awesome. Looks like we're going to be hanging out a little bit more.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that. That's disgusting. Oh, poop already. You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
This is Toffee, female spayed tiger. She is about 5 or 6 months old. She's highly playful, likes other cats, and gets along well with children. She's been in our free-ranging cat room and had a lot of exposure with a lot of different types of people and children. Would make a fine addition to any home. Again, Toffee, 5, 6 month old female spayed tiger tabby. This is Lily, a 3-year-old spayed female calico. She's very vocal. She's quite playful. She can be a nice lap cat. She would probably prefer to be the only cat in your household. She is definitely ready to go home, looking for her forever home. She would love to come be a permanent addition to your home. Again, Lily, 3-year-old, spayed, female calico. Quite curious, as is evident.
All animals leaving the Adopt for Life Center for Animals are given rabies vaccinations and are spayed or neutered. If the animal's not old enough, vouchers will be given to the adopted family. Visit the Adopt for Life Center for Animals on Mingus Avenue in Cottonwood to visit with any of the animals seen on this program. More pets are waiting for new homes at the Adopt for Life Center for Animals.